Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another round of Division 2 in F1 Total here in Belgium for the fifth round of Season 10. And today I am joined by my co-commentator, the real Zully. Welcome.
Anyways, good afternoon, everyone. Was some racing stuff here in this too. First time here in commentary box here in Division 2.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think you are as well. Spa, obviously, one of the most legendary tracks for good reason. I think we all know the good racing you can see here. Plenty of overtaking opportunities. Mainly, of course, turn 1 down into La Source and turn 4 down into, well, over the Camel Straight heading into Le Combe. Actually, that's turn 7. Turn 4 would be Eau Rouge, which, well, people have overtaken there, but it's not exactly a classic overtaking spot. I'm actually hoping we don't see anyone trying that. That would probably just lead to a crash, realistically. Weather
I mean,
report.
it's possible.
So, yeah.
It's possible for Rouge, but both parts of the drivers need to be very careful going side by side up the hill. But no one should try it. But yeah. It's up to them.
Weather report, just been told by the drivers. It will be all dry for both race and qualifying. So, yeah, we'll have a nice bit of classic racing action here at Spa. I think I actually prefer dry races compared to wet in, especially at tracks like this, where you can actually have really good racing anyway. You don't really need the rain to spice things up. It only really makes it more difficult to overtake. But yeah, we already have the first few cars out on tracks, the likes of Claudio here leading the pack, actually letting past the McLaren of either BS Gabi or Jonathan. BS Gabi it is, so yeah, BS Gabi likely then the first one who will complete a lap in its qualifying session. I'm thinking there will be lap times around the 43.5 mark, I think, as the pole time. Somewhere in that area. At least based on my experience, the kind of lap times I see at Spa usually at this level of competition. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see for yeah, see what those drivers can put in. BS Gabi now, the first one through the final corner here, through the bus stop chicane. Full throttle in second gear, traction control really doing its thing right there, helping him out a little bit. As he heads down to turn 1. Goes on the second gear as well. Doesn't take quite as much curb on the exit as he probably could, but let's see. He's not going down towards Eau Rouge. Let's see. Does he take it flat out, or does he have to lift? He is keeping it fully flat out. Throttle pinned to the floor. And the eyes open, flying across the Camel Straight. Let's see what the Sector 1 time will be. A 30.223, so not in the 29s in the first sector. At least not yet. Of course, we might see other people going fast later on. Bit of a slide coming out of Le Combe there, but he's kept it going. Now going down to Bruxelles. And heading down to No Name now. Let's see, does he take the curb on the inside? No, he avoids it. Does take the curb on the exit though. And now the legendary Pouon corner, not quite flat out in this year's cast, has been flat out in previous games, thinking F1 2020, but not anymore. Slightly less downforce on these cars compared to previous years. But I think BS Gabi is doing a pretty good job here. No major mistakes on this lap. A decent bank, I would say. It looks like 115.5, of course purple in Sector 2 as well, as he is the first one to complete a Sector 2 time. Right, I have to invite one of the drivers right now. Once I've done that, we can get back to the qualifying session.
Yeah, Gabriel will complete his first lap, and it is a 1:44.1 first lap time of the qualifying. So now we will see next two drivers completing their first laps. Next
KSA.
one will be KSA, yes.
Our current championship leader. 44.6, so 5 tenths off Gabri actually. He is waving the steering wheel around, so I'm not sure if that's a sign of frustration or a sign of happiness. I would guess a sign of frustration looking at lap time. Rico SK across the line now, 44.6 as well. A bit less than a tenth slower than KSA.
The Madness Man sets himself into third.
Jonathan over the line.
145.5.
57.1, okay, so Jonathan has a done a spin somewhere, or something of the sort.
And he spun again. Out of turn 1.
Yeah, Jonathan actually is doing his first race on no traction controls. I'm expecting a few spins.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but it's commendable that
Okay.
he's putting in the practice. So I'm not gonna
Okay,
roast him too much for his mistakes
That's
today.
cool. That's cool.
I will take the
That's-
piss out of him somewhat, but he gets a bit of a bit of leeway just for today.
We're
Next week,
taking the- Yeah.
next week you
Just
had
for
a week to
reference,
practice. Now you have to be good.
We're just for reference. We're taking the piss just for the memes, not to actually roast him.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan and me, I would say are friends at this point. I think I can take the piss out of him safely without. I think that's what we're here for, actually. That's what we want to see in Division 2. Yasuo over the line, 44.8 on the mediums actually. So that's I would say a very strong lap time actually.
Decent. Yeah.
I think the tire delta is about a second between softs and mediums. So if you just remove a second, that would be a 43.8, which would put one pole by about 3 tenths. Of course, he has to actually set that lap time on the soft then, but yeah, promising start I would say for Yasuo. Sean Mullen of 44.8 and P8 right now as well. Yeah, I would say I'm a bit surprised, like the likes of KSA, Wongfi, Rico, Sean Moore and Yasuo, well Yasuo's not me of course, but yeah, KSA, Wongfi, Rico and Sean Moore, they were really strong in the first 4 races, and now they are seemingly off the pace a bit, but of course only 1 lap competing in qualifying. I think it's a bit too early to judge just yet.
Yeah, the first qualifying lap is usually just a lap to have something. I guess guys like KSA and or Wongfi or the guys who usually are in front will have a big step up from the second lap onwards. So it will be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I would say that's also the nice thing about Division 2. I would say that it's very unpredictable who will be the pace setter in each race, because I think it's been different every week who seems to be the fastest driver. And in Bahrain it was clearly KSA, and then in round 2 Grommet Cup was one of the fastest drivers. In Saudi Arabia, then Miami, Wongfi was really strong, as well as Yasuo, the pole position of course.
Oh, Claudio's.
Oh, and a Rouge, yeah!
And he's out of qualifying.
We can go on board with Adam here. Maybe we can spot his car on top of a roof there. He's, I think he's on the right-hand side of the runoff. Of course, we can't go on board with him as the... Actually, here's Gabri's just going past it now.
Gabri is, yeah.
Yeah, right-hand side
Yeah.
in the barrier. Yeah, just probably a classic case of the classical roof spin, going off the right-hand side into the wall. Unfortunate for Claudio, especially as he has no lap time at all, so...
Yeah.
Big chance that he will start last in today's race.
Adam sets purple sector 1, but you never know on this game if it's true or not.
Adam is on a 30.2 in sector 1. I don't think that's purple actually. What was Gabri's time? Might be close.
It might be very
okay,
close.
it's 30.233. I think he's... Oh, he's lost it!
Oh, he spun!
I think he's just tapped the... I saw it from the pause menu somewhat. He tapped the curb on the inside. Oh, he's stuck!
Oh, he beached on the curb and he got reset by the game.
Okay, yeah, but thankfully Menace Man was on an outlap, so...
Okay, yeah.
Didn't get in anyone's way. Well, he used reset track, which is normally banned, but in the case of being beached, of course, you are allowed to use it, it's literally the only option. You could see he was beached on the curb, unable to move.
Just Valentine. Also, and he spun too
Oh,
and lost the car.
And I just saw his lap was
sector two.
invalid! His lap was
Yeah.
invalid, he wasn't even pushing! There was no need!
He invalidated his lap at the Puan, and then a few corners later he lost the car. There was no need to push, so a very unnecessary spin by him.
Just saw a 29.8 from KS in the first sector, which was significantly faster than what PS Gabi did. 4/10 in fact in the first sector, and he's only a 10th up on his own personal best. So either KSA had made him a big mistake on his last lap in sector 1 or in sector 2 or 3, or he's running very low wings in comparison to PS Gabi. Adam Sitko has now disconnected from the session. I'm guessing there's internet issues once again. I think he had those in Miami as well. Hopefully he can get back in the lobby soon. Actually, I think I have to invite him each time, which is slightly annoying, because the invites don't stick around.
KSA is 8/10 up.
Oh,
So
okay, that's a big gun. Yeah, I see it now.
He's on the best way for provisional pole.
Yeah, 8/10 would be a 43.8 if he matches the sector 3 time from earlier. So yeah, possible first time in the 43s here. He goes over the line, 43.696.
Nearly a second improvement. So
Yeah, he's got
really,
5/10.
really strong lap.
Is it 5/10? What does the gap say? 4/10.
Yeah,
just above
yeah,
4/10. To BS Gabi right now. Who himself has 3/10 on EWAC in P3,
BS
so
can answer maybe. BS Gabi can answer, and he does, but it is not enough.
it's close. It's a bit more than a
It is
10th.
close.
Because BS Gabi is just about below below the above the 0.7s, and KSA is just about below the 0.7s. So the gap looks a bit bigger than it is, but 1/10 at Spa, it's not a big margin, because you have to remember this is such a long track. The longest track on the calendar by a large margin, I think, as well. Being 7.004 kilometers long. His Grommet Cup has crashed out as well! That's the third driver with no lap time set to crash out in this qualifying session. And he's crashed at Stavolo.
Jonathan sets himself into 4th.
That was very delayed, I think, because he's just going through Le Combra, or actually Bouchal now, so...
Yeah, I didn't notice actually.
Did lap just pop up for you, or just didn't notice at all earlier? And just noticed for no reason?
I didn't notice.
Okay, good. EWAC I think is up by about 2/10, so EWAC might jump back up into P4 now. Of course, our race winner last week at Canada. 44.188, P4 for EWAC, close to Mannesman as well. But Wongfi immediately, even closer to Mannesman in P4 now with a 44.139, 19,000 per second only behind Mannesman. So the gaps between P3 and P5 practically non-existent, especially considering how long this track is. I think also lap time wise the longest track on the calendar with a 44 times in the above 1 minute 40, and yeah, pretty much every car ever made in Formula 1. Sean Moore is up by 6.5 tenths, but he's lost it!
Oh,
just as I went on board with him. I think that's a classic case of the commentator's curse. The number 72 Williams on his way back to the pits now. Has some heavy front wing damage. Pixel of Chaos with a 40.8, so he's quite some way off the pace. But my best guess is that he's doing long runs or something, because that's what he does do that sometimes in qualifying. If he hasn't gotten any practice, then he just puts fuel in the car.
Oh, okay, no.
And starts doing long runs. We've got 3.5 minutes to go. I think people will be leaving the pits for their final run pretty soon. KSA and BS Gabi seem to be the two guys in the pace. Jonathan, I have to say, doing very well, considering that this is his first race without traction control. Of course, he had the spins early on, but then his second lap, I would say he can be happy with that one. I would say actually. Okay, yeah, Pixel. I think he's gonna have to go back to the pits and get a fresh set of tires if he wants to do a proper qualifying run.
Yes.
Yeah, those tires are seemingly cooked. The thing is, I know Pixel has taken my setup, which I would generally not recommend at Spa because my setup is very, very aggressive. It's 0-0 wings, unstable as hell, and virtually undrivable. But it works for me because, well, it's kind of my driving style, and also I just really like having the straight line speed that 0-0 wings provides. But it's definitely not for everyone. Which might be what is causing these issues for Pixel of Chaos. Then again, of course, those 0-0 wings will come into play in the race. We'll have a big advantage on the straights, flying past people left and right, probably, especially in the race start.
To be honest, I expect most of the drivers driving with 0-0 wings.
I don't think so.
It's just a standard setup here.
It's not at
normally.
All. 0-0 wings is it used to be for Spa before they Codemasters did the patch. The handling patch, but after the handling patch, wings increased by a bit. I think like most sweats tend to go somewhere in like 5, the 5 area. And then I saw earlier in chat these guys are running mostly somewhere in the Pixel's now out of the session, but he's tired in the pits. Okay, so he doesn't even want to do it up. But yeah, most of these guys are running somewhere in the 10 region for both front and rear wing, so like 10, 11 or whatever. Going for a bit more of a stable car, which turns in nicely. The thing about Spa, of course, is you have those two really long flat-out sections where the low wings can gain time. Then you also have a quite long sector 2, which well, where the downforce really helps. There's lots of corners where you can gain back the time. So there's lots of different wing setups that can work, which leads to some interesting dynamics in the race. And I would argue in the race you have an advantage with the lower wings, of course, because you well, the parts where you can overtake, you're fast. George now over the session. Currently in P10, so you cannot further improve. Menaceman up by 33,000 in the first sector. BS Gabri also starting a lap now. KSA still in the pits though. I think KSA might not go out again because he's running out of time now, isn't he? I can't see the time right now because of the yellow flags.
He's already out of time.
Yeah, I can't see the time right now because of the yellow flags. Yeah, but
30 seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Okay, well, it's done. Yeah, it's done. Wongfi and KSA are done with their qualifying session. So now BS Gabi and Menaceman are chasing the time that has been already well penciled in as KSA's final qualifying time. Menaceman needs to gain about 5/10. BS Gabi needs to gain a bit more than a 10th. Can either of them do it? Wongfi and KSA are now officially done with their qualifying session. Can anyone else maybe pull out a special lap here right at the end? Menaceman has one corner to go, of course, Blanchimore here, but that's an easy flat-out corner on these cars. Let's be Adam Schisko actually, 43.811 into P3, very close to BS Gabi. And Menaceman now into the must-stop chicane. What will it be for him? I haven't seen the sector times. It's a 43.859, doesn't improve in position, but he's so close. Rico SK now beats him as well, 43.830. BS Gabi, I think it was down by 2 seconds. Yes, BS Gabi is down on this time massively. BS Gabi will not be improving. Anyone else? Jonathan? No, he's got no front wing. Ewek. He is still pushing right now. What about Yasso? Yasso's up by 3.5 but that would not even gain in position. And look at those quality times from P3 to P5, and then also up until like P8. It's very, very close. I think, yeah, Yasho and Sean Moon are the first ones who are really off the pace by more than a few tenths.
Ewek can mix himself into the front pack there. He is up by 1.5 tenths or something.
Yasso had a big oversteer moment out of the final corner, which cost him massively. He's only P9. What about Ewok? Final driver still running. He won't be pole position, I'm pretty sure about that. But can he get in the top 5 maybe? Over the line, 1:44.031 P6 for last weekend's race winner. I would say these gaps are looking very promising. We could be in for a very exciting race because, of course, Yasso on the medium, he could be right up there as well. And then, yeah, KSA and P1 on the 43.695, Bioscapi 43.805, Adam Shishko 43.810, Rico 43.830, Menaceman 43.859. Those four especially, Bioscapi to Menaceman, really close. Ewek 44.030, Wongfi 44.138, Jonathan 44.390, Yasso on the mediums 44.808 in P9, Sean Mull P10 44.859, George in P11 45.178, Marcelio 46.332 in P12, Pixel 150.860 in P13, Claudio Gromit and Jules Valentine in P14 to P16 with no lap time set. That was really close. I just about got through all the grid.
You just put a Eminem for the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think I took a bit too much time for the early positions.
It's very dark in the sky, but if the weather report said it's gonna be dry, so
true, it is quite dark, but well, I think the weather report usually is right. And we can trust that it won't rain. I'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't mind some rain like halfway through the race to spice up the strategy. That'd be interesting. But I don't want to see a full wet race because then you have no overtake.
Nah. Then it's just commentating the mistakes of the driver, and the driver with less mistakes wins. Normally.
Alright, we are ready for the race start. Drivers have decided on the strategy. I think Adam Shishko is once again disconnected, so his internet is acting up again. That's especially disappointing because he's in P3, so he had a good chance, a good result here, and will now drop down the start significantly.
The formation lap gets underway, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead.
Okay, interesting. Hards for KSA, Rico, Wongfi, Yasso, Shawmul, Pixel, and Jules Valentine rest in the field on mediums. Pretty even spread of hards and mediums. I would say the optimal strategy is 12 laps on hards, 10 laps on mediums, or the other way around. 10 laps on mediums, 12 laps on hards, around Spa. Of course, you can go for a bit of a later or earlier pit stop, undercut, overcut, stay out of traffic, have fresher tires for a lap and jump somebody in the pits. Whatever. Plenty of strategy options. But for the first couple laps, no strategy involved. You see that Mercedes?
What the what is the
Where's he going?
I guess it's lights out for Adam, and away
and the cars
he
as
goes.
well. This might be broken.
No.
Yeah, this might be a broken lobby.
Wait.
Yeah, I think we might have a broken lobby here again. So on the second week in a row we had issues with broadcast formation lab. I think we might have to go to no formation lab.
Haven't Codemasters already fixed the normal formation lab?
No, they still haven't. It's still broken, pretty much.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go ahead and make a new lobby. Wait. Why can't I leave?
I guess you need to restart the game but also restart the stream then.
Or I can wait for enough people to leave the lobby that the race just cancels, then I won't have to restart the stream. There we go. That's what.
Okay.
Alright, I'll make a new lobby anyway though, just to be safe. Just so you know as well, Formation Lab is gonna be turned off for the restart because, well, I wanna avoid the same thing from happening again.
Mhm.
I'll do invites first, and then I start making the settings. I hope people get in quickly. Of course, cosplay invite system might take a bit longer because it's probably broken again. As it always is, the crossplay invite system is a bit of a mess. Okay, I think now everyone should have an invite. And now I can start doing the actual lobby settings. Okay, Formation Lab, keep that off. I have 15 drivers in the lobby now, so just one more driver missing, which would be Adam. So yeah, pole position was KSA. P2, who was P2? Discovery. P3, well, that was Adam, so I can't actually do the grid until Adam's in. There we go, Adam is in. Now I can make the rest of the grid. P4, Rico, P5, Menace Man. P6 was Ewak, P7, Wongfi, P8 Jonathan, P9 Yasso, P10 Sean Moore, P11 George, P12 Marcelio, P13 Pixel, 14 Claudio, 15 Gromit Cup, 16 Jules Valentine. Let's go through again just to make sure. Yes, everything is correct. Okay. That went, I would say, pretty good restart, could have gone worse. Hopefully we have no issues this time around without a formation lab. But yeah, that will mean that we will jump straight into the action. Yeah, lights out immediately, no formation lab now. So we'll have to go through tire strategies once the start is calmed down a bit. But yeah, what's your prediction for the race win? Who do you think has the best chance now?
To be honest, I think I'm going for KSA. He's proven the best pace in qualifying. Obviously not by that big of a margin, but he has the potential and he has the race pace to keep himself in front. So yeah, my prediction goes for Casper.
Okay, well, the obvious choice, since he had pole position, obviously. I think I agree, but just to be different, I'll throw in a different name. I'll say Menace Man. I think he has great consistency. He was not far off in qualifying. And also, I know that he will probably not disconnect, which might be the case for BS Gabi and Adam, so I can't say on either of those two. And there we go.
Yeah.
Race start. 5 red lights are on. They're off for me, but I think for the drivers they aren't yet. Same glitch as always. And we are racing! Lights out at Spa. Good start from Adam Sisco there, I think, through the middle, but KSA keeps the lead side by side with BS Gabi actually. KSA is on the inside with the advantage, I think. Oh, BS Gabi actually around the outside, they're going side by side down to a Rouge. BS Gabi pulls out Menace Man up into P3 already. Great start from Menace Man. Bit of lag going on as BS Gabi teleports behind Menace Man. Menace Man then up into P2. Adam Sisco and BS Gabi side by side across the Camel Straight now. Close together there, but I think BS Gabi just about there. Rico as well going past Jonathan in the background. Sending back up the inside. Rico's lost in under braking. Tapped Jonathan slightly as well. Bit of chaos going on here in the midfield. Ewak up to P5 now. Meanwhile, KSA pulling away at the front. Yellow flag behind.
Jill spun.
Wongfi's out the race.
Out.
Yeah, Wongfi and Jules Valentine, I think, and a VSC. VSC has been deployed. Race has been neutralized. So yeah, Wongfi out of the race there. I'm guessing an incident with Jules Valentine as they were both stopped just off the track. Potentially Claudio as well, as he's also far away from the field.
I think Claudio spun before, so he has nothing to do with Jules and Wongfi. But yeah, I guess they tapped each other or something.
Maybe trying to avoid Claudio could be the reason. One of the green flags again. Back to racing. I've also now had the time to open up the tire graphic. You can see KSA is on the hard compound tire. Same as Rico, Schormel, Yasso, Pixel and Jules Valentine. Rest of the field now on mediums yellow flags for someone, it's Davolo. But Menace Man is all on the back of KSA. He wants to go for the move.
This will be crucial.
KSA has gone deep.
KSA completely missed the braking point, and now on the exit with better traction, better tires, can he stick himself into first place? And yes, he can.
Yes, Menace Man now in the race lead.
This was crucial.
And now, BS Gabi as well, look at this! KSA is gonna fall back, but I think as long as KSA can stay somewhat close, we'll have the advantage late on, of course, on the mediums, when he pits eventually. The crucial part for KSA now is to stay, if possible, in P2 and within DRS range. If you can do that, anything is possible.
Oh, yeah.
Grommet Cup, I think.
Grommet spun.
At a roof, of course,
roof.
where else, but he's still in the race.
Yeah, but he doesn't have wing damage, so...
Not at all.
And at least nothing visual.
Okay, Yasso, Marcelio, Jules Valentine, all three of them pitted on the first lap. Jules Valentine actually had a double stack done with his teammate Yasso, who was actually promoted from reserve driver to main driver today, as PC Wooly decided to leave the league due to issues with the time. He just couldn't make the race anymore, so he decided to well, go on a break, for now at least. Maybe he'll be back eventually. And leave the main seat to Yasso. KSA has dropped outside 1 second, had a big slide there as well, going through the campus section. And Menace Man is pulling away at the front. My prediction seems to be genius. Meanwhile, Grommet Cup once again is spun into one. Might have some overheating tires after the first spin at Eau Rouge, certainly now after the second one.
Yeah, Casper has some issues with the hard tires. I mean, they are slower, obviously, than the mediums, but...
another spin of Grommet Cups once again. What are the tire temps? 104, 105 on the rear left, yeah, overheating.
So this can be the best opportunity for Gabri to pass Casper and be in charge for the Menace Man.
He's burning ERS, he wants to get past. Of course, DRS is now actually enabled as well. So this is the best chance of BS Gabi, I would say, as KSA seems to have great straight line speed, although it goes a bit deep through Rouge, not the best exit, I would say. But the gap, I think, might be big enough. Ewald getting past Adam there. Adam, I think, has lost it slightly coming out of the Rouge, as he was very slow there heading onto the camel straight. But it only cost him 1 place. I think a slide coming out of the Rouge could end much more badly than losing just 1 place. But yeah, I mean, my management prediction might be a genius shout here. I can pat myself on the back for that one.
Yeah, calm down, man. We are on lap 3 out of 22.
Yeah, plenty of time left for anything that we expect to happen to get thrown on its head, as we all know. Anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does, and this also applies, of course, to league racing. Top 6 right now, separating from P7 and downwards.
If you look at this train, from first to, I don't know, 10th or something, it reminds me on F1 Esports.
Yeah, I would say F1 Esports would probably be one full train, no breaks at all, but it's definitely like, especially from P2 to P6, like all of them so close together here. As BS Gabi, I think, has made a bit of a mistake. He's now dropped a bit of a gap to KSA. But yeah, definitely has that F1 Esports like DRS strength characteristic, which we see a lot. I think the higher you go in the level of competition, the more you see these DRS trains. But yeah, I mean, which I guess proves that even here in Division 2 we've got some very high caliber drivers racing who can stay consistent and have a very similar level of pace which then creates these DRS trains. But Ewek, he wants to get past Gabri, and he has much more ERS to burn, and I think he might do it actually. He pulls to the inside, wants to move up into P3, but he cannot get it done. BS Gabi on the outside sets ahead. Shawmul and Rico are fighting though, as Shawmul actually does go around the outside of Rico going to Lecom. And Rico has to concede the position, for now at least. Oh, Stoli has left the session. Well, I guess I'm on my own for now then. I think Stoli might have just had a disconnect, an internet issue or whatever. I'm guessing he is gone out of the party as well, since I can't hear him anymore. Yep, there we go. Just got some notifications. Stoli is gone. I'm guessing he'll be back in a few minutes whenever his internet is working again. Yellow flags in Sector 1 once again for Government Cup, who is spun at Lecom here, so yeah, race is going from bad to worse for Government Cup. Although one safety car and he's right back in it, so do not count him out. Although of course for now he's down in last place. Ewek is dropping back from BS Gabi. I think BS Gabi is really pushing as the Government Cup is spun again, this time at Bushel in turn 10. BS Gabi is almost completely out of ERS. Yeah, he's burnt everything he has. Rico and Shawmul once again are battling. Oh, wait. I think they might be playing DRS games here because, yeah, they are letting into the past. They're playing DRS games. I mean, I would say it's not smart because they're losing time compared to the cars ahead, as Government Cup is once again spun. Yeah, really not going well for Government Cup this race. First penalty of the race now for George, who is right behind Shawmul and Rico, so those two have to stop with those DRS games now because they're just gonna get overtaken by George. As he has closed up to them. Had a look up the inside, but decided better of it. BS Gabri has now dropped back from KSA by over a second. DRS train is broken. At least for now, unless BS Gabri can gain a bit of time here in the middle sector. Of course, he does have the tire advantage, and there's a good chance that he is able to do so. Jonathan, just about within the DRS for now. Rico! Oh, Rico's lost it! Heading into a no-name corner there. The only corner on this track with no actual corner name. He has no front wing left at all. So we'll be seeing Rico in the pits this lap. He's destroyed the braking board as well, heading into no-name. Well, just to clarify, the only corner on the track with no official name, which is so infamous in fact that it's now been unofficially called No Name. So bit of information. As Government Cup is now retired in the pit lane. I guess he is frustrated with how his race gone. Sully is back in, and George out of the race as well. He's crashed at Stavalo, and we've got a virtual safety car. You can see George. Where is he? Is he on the? Oh, he's right on the track right here. Must have gone into the barrier on the right hand side, then gotten catapulted back onto the track. VSC only though, no full safety car. So we're down to 14 drivers now. 13 in fact, of course, as Jules Valentine was saying, will be moving past George in just a moment. There we see Government Cup's retired car parked on the one-off Edo Rouge as well. We're back to racing conditions. DA has been enabled. But the yellow flags are still out for some reason. I hope those yellow flags go away soon. Rico's now in the pits, of course, getting that wing he lost earlier changed. Ewek still close to Biscapi now. Adam Shitsko with a penalty. He's currently running in P5. Has gotten a 3-second time penalty as well now. Second penalty this race after Claudio.
What happened? Gromit and George.
Oh, okay, you're back. Yes, Rico had a spin on his own and pitted for a fresh wing. Just Gromit retired in the pits after about 58 spins in 5 laps. And George crashed at Stavalo.
Oh, and Adam lost.
Oh, Adam's off now! I think he's kept off the wall though. Front wing seems fine.
Yeah,
he is. He can't seem to get the car turned around. Bit of Ragunathan vibes here.
Spin?
I think he has traction
Spin
control.
your car, mate.
If you have traction control
this-
turn too high, you can't spin the car
Then-
around even if you try. I think that's what's going on here.
Okay, this.
So yeah, you have to like do this awkward reverse maneuver, so you can't just flick spin. That's the advantage of having no traction control. If you want to spin, you can spin. So if you have spun normally, you can spin the car back around quickly.
I mean, if you're on a point where you want to spin, then you're fucked.
Yeah, but you can be less fucked. Because I would say Adam has probably lost like 20 seconds instead of 10 by having to make that awkward like 5-point turning maneuver as we going to the tightest parking space known to man. Rico now going past Marcelio here. Of course, Rico having just come out the pits on those fresh tires after the wing change. Now on his comeback drive.
Okay, but the massive train seems to be not that big anymore.
I mean, yeah, it's KSA, Gabi, Ewek and Jonathan are still within DRS range to each other, but they aren't, like barely, most of them. They're not battling. They're just staying close to each other, using each other as a bit of a train almost to stay close to man as man, I would say. Shields Valentine now the penalty as well. Third penalty of this race now.
The point is that Gabriel has spent already too much of his ERS. Yes.
Yeah, he has nothing
left.
to pass.
So,
KSA meanwhile, 60% ERS. He can defend as much as he wants to. Jonathan
Evic with
is
a good
dropping
run.
out the ERS range. Jonathan has to burn a bit of that ERS to stay in. Ewek, of course, can see the flashing lights on BS Gabi's car. He knows he's below 10% ERS. He knows he has limited electric power. Will therefore be very slow in the straights. Easy target for Ewek, perhaps. If you can just stay close.
Do you know if Casper drives with no assist?
I think he uses ABS and Lime, but don't quote me on that.
Okay, well,
I think he definitely doesn't use traction
I'm
control,
seeing
looking
him-
at the way he drives. He's short shifting and everything, so...
because I see him very often missing the braking points, especially at the bus stop chicane.
Oh, Ewek is now going past BS Gabri. Jules Valentine also has just spun at Stavelo at the meanwhile. And Ewek's gone past BS Gabri. KSA though has actually pulled out a full second. You think KSA has no assists? I'll have to ask him, I don't know. Oh yeah, he's definitely try braking properly as well, so he might not be using ABS at least. Yeah, he could be using no assist. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Ewek has lost it! And Jules Valentine is also retired in the pits now. Ewek lost it at Puan. He's now out of that DRS train and he's
And
close to his
Jasso's
teammate there as
there.
well now. Oh, and
Yasso
Yasso!
also spun.
They're all losing it at once. I think Yasso has wing damage as well. Yes, indeed. You can see the front left end plate there. Completely gone. I think that's
But
yellow.
Jonathan is now right behind his teammate. Will there be team orders for Team McLaren?
Oh, Ewek is out the
Or
race!
will they
He's crashed at Stavelo in a full course safety car, and this is awful news for KSA. This is the worst possible thing that could have happened for this race. The medium runners can now easily pit for hard runners and hard tires and go to the end, and the hard runners are in trouble. Management, BS Gabi, Jonathan are obviously in. I'm expecting Claudio, Adam, Yasso, Rico, and Marcelio to all put on the hards. Actually, no, Rico started in the hards, didn't he?
Oh, double stack for McLaren, so Jonathan is losing.
I think he'll stay
So much
ahead.
time,
He'll
but
stay ahead
should
of
be
everyone
enough.
though. He won't lose a place. Yeah, Sean Moole, the
Yes,
winning split
yeah,
lane
he
is
will.
later. Yeah, he'll stay in P4, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. If you are in KSI's position, what would you do?
I would probably have pitted for mediums and gone medium soft probably. Hope for another safety car. Because now he's in P1 on all tires. He could have been P2 on mediums and been faster than all these guys. I think it's worth losing one position as a trade-off for much better tires. Because either
Yeah,
way,
but
he has to
now
make one
he's
more
right
pit stop.
behind the safety car, so now I would.
Well, yeah, now he can't pit
If-
anymore. But like, I would have pitted
Yeah.
last lap in his position.
But I think I would stick with the mediums till the end.
You would try and make... Oh yeah, you could try and make them last, yeah. Would be a stretch, but yeah, I think maybe that would be the best option, yeah. Having box for mediums and hoping for a safety car. If there isn't another safety car, you just well, hope that the tires can hold on. I think Spa is a bit more forgiving for long medium stints as well. You can extend it quite a bit. Because you run higher pressures at Spa than you do at most tracks because of the long flat out sections where you aren't turning much and the tires have they don't get much heat in them. So you can run the pressures quite high, which leads to less tire wear, and therefore you can extend the stints a bit. So that would have probably played in KSA's favor if he had been for mediums, but he didn't. But it might help Sean Moore and Pixel then though, because they are now fresh mediums.
To be honest, I think KSA should pit now.
KSA is actually the only driver who hadn't pit. You're right.
Yes.
Everyone else pitted
And
either for hards or mediums now.
If he pits now, he can catch up and start a comeback from the back of the field. But if he pits after the safety car, then he is in the back of the field, but also needs to recover the time lost in the pits.
Yeah, and he will only have to do 12 laps on mediums, which is possible for sure. Especially because there's a few of them under safety car, but he's staying out now. He's committed to the staying on the hard for now.
Oh, yeah, okay. It is very, very difficult, a very tricky situation for Casper.
Yeah, I mean, he is now effectively, because he'll have to make a pit stop under green flag conditions, in last place. Well, he's P1 on track, but as of now, if he makes that pit stop, he's last, and he will have to make a pit stop. So KSA is on for, if there's no more safety car, he is on for a mountain of a challenge. He has to pull out something special to get a good result of this race still.
How are the standings? Who's leading right now?
KSA is the championship leader, I know that much. I'll check, I've written them down of course. I'll just have to open my notes. Yeah, KSA is leading on 53 points. And then we have Menaceman and Ewek tied in second place on 45. BS Gabi on 37 and Yasuo on 27. Those are all the ones within 26 points of KSA.
Yeah, so it will be a very big loss for Ewek.
True, Ewek out of the race now. With KSA's highly risky, highly impacted strategy now, Menaceman I would say has a good chance of taking the championship lead today. He's only 8 points behind KSA. So if KSA finishes off the podium, well no, if KSA finishes P3 or lower and Menaceman wins the race, Menaceman will be in the championship lead. And I think that's a real big possibility.
It is, yeah. I mean, we are not even halfway through the race, so a lot can happen.
But yeah, as of now, KSA will have to make a pit stop, which will promote Menaceman to P1, and KSA will drop to last place. And now safety car's coming in, so confirmation, KSA will have to make his pit stop. Well, he can't make it under this safety car. So high chance he'll have to pit under green flag conditions. Although we have seen 5 DNFs already, and any DNF can cause a safety car, so there's still a good chance, I think, at another safety car which could save KSA's race here. But KSA is now warming up his tires, he's ready for this race restart, he wants to, if possible, build a gap to these guys. The more people they can come out ahead after his pit stop, the better. Aggressively loading those tires up, you can see him almost spinning.
The best for the Menaceman is just sitting behind and being in the DRS range as far as possible.
KSA still hasn't fully gone, I think. Now he's definitely gone. BS Gabi has already passed. Oh no, he hasn't. Okay, he was ahead of Jonathan, and Jonathan went past him momentarily. Now Jonathan is going past him.
His teammate.
The two McLarens are battling.
Side by side for the podium place.
No team orders at McLaren, but Jonathan comes out ahead. Oh, one of the AlphaTauri is off, that's Claudio. He has lost it going through La Source, but he is captain of the barrier, I think. We've got Rico going around the outside of Adam now. Contact made on the exit of a Rouge. But Rico gets past him. BSKB Jonathan once again. Swapping positions, BSKB back up into P3. Gap to Management already over a second, so the two McLarens are not helping each other right now. They're battling each other and then losing time.
That's what I wanted to say, but they're still there, so they haven't lost that much of time.
Yeah, okay, they're back in, within range to Management. Who,
But
we've got Rico attacking Pixel into Puon, but he pulls out of it. That would have been a risky move, so he wants to make it later on the lap.
What the heck? What an exit by Rico!
Look at that! Yeah, he's going to he's going to go to the inside. He's going for it. He's going for it. But I think he once again can't get it done. Now again on the outside. He's trying everything.
The switchback. After the switchback.
And now to Stefan Lowe.
For another switchback.
Oh, yep, and that was a bit too much. And they're both off.
The curb.
Pixel has no front ring, and Rico I think also might have some front wing damage. Yeah,
that was such a good move by Rico.
Yeah, but he just lost it on the curb on the exit. I think maybe just a little bit too much speed carried into the corner, a bit too much aggression on Rico's side maybe, and he will. Well, Pixel has paid the price. I think Rico, well, they both have, but Pixel I think might have paid the higher price. Yes, he's definitely. Rico's actually gotten away with no front wing damage.
That is
unfortunate because Pixel had no real fault in that, and he has just had his race ruined. We've got Yasso defending from Adam as well here in P6. Both of them having a penalty. Both of them probably going to the end, especially Adam, he is definitely going to the end, and Yasso likely as well. Oh, Jonathan is off, and Sean Moore goes past him.
Oh.
Just saw Jonathan, yeah, he went off, no, he didn't spin, he just went into gravel for a bit, and lost a second or two. On the exit of Lecom. Pierre Gabri is all out the back of Management here. Although he's burned significantly more ERS.
Hey, this is a mistake that Gabri is doing a lot. He's just burning a bit too much of...
Oh, Rico's out!
Rico. Oh, and this can cause...
No, would have been called up by now.
No.
Yeah, Rico, well, he's off at Puon there. Not sure what happened to him, but we're down to 10 drivers now, so points for everyone who is still in the race. But the fight for the race win is still very much on between BSW, Sean Moore, Management, and of course KSA as well.
Oh.
Has a chance still in this race.
Very weird spot of Rico. I guess he lost it on the inside curb and then tried to save it and spun on the right hand side.
Well, was he on the barrier on the right hand side? Because I didn't see.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't watch it. I was staying on board at the front because Sean Moore is all on the back of Gabi. I think he's gonna go for the move now. He's switching to the inside.
What? A massive straight line speed by Sean Moore.
Then down to third gear for Lecom. I think there's some low wings at play here. Yes, Gabi's coming back at him though. Had a look up the inside. He wants to sneak back past, but Sean Moore for now has secured that P3. As of now, there's one DRS train from P1 to P6, and it's very, very close. So once again, we've got that F1 esports feeling in a way. Not quite as extreme, but there's definitely a bit of DRS trains going on.
Everyone within half a second.
Pretty much, yeah. Or close to half a second at least.
But Yasso is on mediums.
Yes,
so
Yasso, Sean Moore, Pixel are on mediums, rest of the field on hards.
So these guys did that, what KSI didn't.
Yeah, they start on hards and pit for mediums on the safety car, I think. So exactly what you said KSA should have done. Management is staying with KSA. He doesn't seem to be faster though, so pace advantage seems to be in favor of KSA, considering he's keeping pace on all the tires. But I don't think it's enough to pull off
I think management is just sitting behind, and I guess that's the better strategy for him.
He's burning EAS now.
Sit there.
Oh no, he's not. He's turned off again. Does he even want to get past? Because he definitely has a chance.
Oh, Gabriel with Jonathan again side by side.
The two McLarens battling heavily, and the Alpine of Yasuo is right behind. Jonathan moves up into P4.
Can Yasuo take the benefits out of it?
Does he get both?
Yasuo.
No, he only gets one for now.
No.
But BS Gabi also lose out to Adam now. Oh no, he's teleported back in front.
Some good strategies with the internet of Gabi.
Sean Moon is barely hanging on to the DRS of management now in P2. The front three have broken enough DRS.
I guess the tires of Casper are pretty much done.
Yeah, I think he's staying out in hope for a safety car rather than because he thinks this would be the best strategy. BS Gabi Adam a side by side into Stavelo. They've pulled it off. I admit I expected the crash. Yasuo, look at this, he's so close to Jonathan now, he wants to go for the move, he wants to go up into P4. Can he send one up the inside? Maybe, is he close enough? No, he's not. Have to wait for next lap probably.
A little tap from Yasuo at the back of Jonathan.
Oh, look at this, management, he's all over the back of KSA. He's actually alongside now, actually he's ahead. Management is slightly ahead. But KSA will now have DRS going over the camel straight.
Yes.
High likelihood that KSA goes back past him. Jonathan now the penalty as well. And yeah, KSA flies right back past management, he has no answer. Yasuo also flying past Jonathan now. The DRS in the camel straight really strong. Of course, a very, very long straight with the DRS zone starting pretty much as soon as he goes straight as well, so of course the DRS will be quite strong around that part of the track. Marcelio and Claudio battling side by side now into Lecom. Bit of contact. Marcelio seems to have come out ahead, but still side by side now into next corner.
Claudio has the inside line and Marcelio closes the door, but he goes off track.
I mean, they're simultaneously leaving too much space and not enough space, in a way. You can see them touching sometimes, and then they also go like very wide to allow more space for the other driver, I think. Weird combination.
Yeah, they maybe just don't find the little gap between hard but fair.
Oh, Marcelio has lost it.
Both. Oh.
But he's going again, he's fine. And he's lost some time, of course, but still in the race. Got the top 4 here still somewhat close together. Yasuo, I think, is putting good pressure on Sean Moore there. Fast little race now, 46.7.
Ooh, mit the management completely missed the pressing point. In turn 1, but he managed to exit pretty well. But he nearly ran into the back of KSA.
I think Yasuo might try and get past Sean Moore now. He's very, very close. Burning ERS as well now, opening up the DRS. And to the outside, I think he will have the move done. Yes, he will. Yasuo up into P3. Although Sean Moore is fighting back.
Oh.
Nope.
No, he's not.
Okay. Of course he knows that Yasuo has a penalty. He will see.
And he is on fresher. No, he's not on fresher tires.
Yeah, same tires for them both. Yeah, Sean Moore will of course see on the top left of his screen that Yasuo has a 3-second time penalty, so he doesn't have to battle him. He can just stay with him and get a position on penalties. as KSA now the penalty as
KSA.
well. And so even if there's a safety car now, it will be very difficult for him to win the race anyway. You can see he's aggressively short-shooting, running 6 gears through the medium speed section here. Those tires I think must be done. 15 laps on the same set of hards. I wonder what they look like. Oh yeah, you can see the graining on the front left there. Front right
Yes,
as well.
you can, yeah.
And the rears, oh yeah. Those tires are destroyed.
60% upwards.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, he has to pit soon.
But he will not. He's staying. Is he? Does he want to go for softs?
Probably at
Yeah.
this stage he might as well go for softs, of course, especially because he will have 3 fresh softs because we started after qualifying. So he has fresh softs, no laps done on them at all. And I think, yeah, he can box the softs this lap. They can go to the end. Adam now with a penalty. 3 seconds. I think he already had a penalty as well, so yeah, it's up to 6 seconds now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adam sends one on Jonathan. Thankfully, Jonathan sees him coming and leaves him plenty of space. Which, well, I would say Adam was not entitled to, but Jonathan, good survival instinct, deciding to give up on his right of way to not get taken out there. Of course, he has lost further time now to the front runners. I think the top 4 are pretty much gone now for Jonathan and below. Although, of course, that will turn into the top 3 once KSA makes that pit stop, which he 100% has to make by the regulations of Formula 1. He cannot go a full race on the same set of tires. I think KSA is doing this more out of desperation, but he's just hoping, waiting for that safety car to save him.
Do you know if Jonathan is on pad or wheel?
He is on controller.
Okay.
Oh, Adam's closing in. Lifting through Blanchimont to avoid running into Jonathan's rear. I think Adam might be running some very low wings comparison to Jonathan. He's sending one up the inside. And this time Jonathan turned in as he decided that this was his corner. Contact made. Jonathan hasn't actually lost too much. He's still somewhat close to his teammate there. Although of course he has lost 2 places. But still within the Ash Ranger, not over for Jonathan yet. It's Man is Man. Look at this. I think he has a good chance going past now. Does he want to go past? Yes, definitely. He's burning the ear as he wants to get past KSA here. But KSA
is
defending it.
Too.
He doesn't want Banishment to go past him. The good thing for Management is he is effectively safe behind, because if Yasuo passes him, it doesn't matter. Yasuo has a penalty. He only has to worry about Sean Moole. BS Gabi went back past Adam Frisco just a moment there. We saw it on the stream, but I couldn't mention it, of course, as we had a different conversation going on. But yeah, BS Gabi up into P5 now on track. Of course, he was going to be there anyway on penalties. And now Jonathan and Adam can fight it over for P6. Although I think this battle... Yeah, this battle from P5 to P7 is effectively irrelevant, because Adam has 6 seconds of penalties, so he'll be P7 whatever happens. Jonathan has 3, so he'll be P6 whatever happens.
KSA got past.
How's that happened then?
A menace, man.
KSA has lost
around.
loads of pace now. I think the tires hit the cliff because he's getting passed by everyone.
Yes.
Oh, contact mates! Oh, KSA's out! Oh! KSA's out of the race at Blanchimont. Sean Moole is off as well. Big crash. BS Gabi now up into P3. Although now BS Gabi actually goes off. Adam up into P3, Jonathan up into P4, Sean Moole and Jonathan actually side by side into the Master of Chicane. What has just happened to Sean Moore and KSA there? I mean, the 2 of the 3 main championship contenders, Ewak and KSA, out of the race. KSA scoring 1 point, Ewak scoring 0 points. Beautiful stuff for Menace Man.
Yeah, well, I want to mention it. The man celebrating is the Menace Man.
Yeah, he is
Because he is
pretty much
in the
guaranteed
lead.
a championship lead now.
obviously not guaranteed. We have still
Yeah, but
5 laps
yeah,
to
yeah,
go.
of course. But like, if the race finishes normally, if he doesn't make any mistakes, even if he loses the race win to Yasso, the championship is his. He only needs to score 8 points. Well, 9 points actually, since KSA still gets 1 point for P10. The fight for the podium now is between Shlomo and BS Gabi, as of course Adam and Jonathan have penalties, so they have to pull away by a significant margin here in these last couple laps. Of course, if those mediums of Shlomo drop off a bit, maybe they have a chance, Jonathan and Adam up ahead, to pull that gap. Although in that case, I mean, they still have to contest with BS Gabi. You can see the graining on Shawmoon's tires as well, similar to what we had with KSA a couple laps ago. You can definitely see the tire wear kicking in. Look at the front left. You can see there's like in the middle of the tire. There's a line, and on the right side that's a bit darker. On the left side is lighter, which I mean, I don't even know what it actually means, but it looks weird, and therefore I assume that is tire wear. I'm not like I don't know, I don't work for Pirelli, I don't know how these tires look when they're great, but it looks wrong.
I mean, I watched the... Oh, Jonathan, there was another
Up
3
to
seconds.
6 seconds now. So I think that puts any chance of Jonathan getting a podium out of the window. So he's now up to the same amount of penalties as Adam. He's actually battling Adam on track now.
I watched a video where getting explained how graining works, and I thought I would understand that, but I didn't.
I mean, I understand what graining is, but I don't understand how it looks. I never bothered to look into that, to be fair. You can see Yasso actually. He is still wanting to attack Management, I think, because he's low on ES, he's been burning it. Management has been a bit more careful with the ES, not burning too much.
Yeah, but you see it on the driving side of Management. He is now in full control of the race. He has not much to lose in terms of pace, and Yasso is with all the tires as it stands for now, and Yasso doesn't seem to have the pace to attack him, as he barely stays in the DRS.
I think the mediums have dropped
Not
off now
even
because
that.
they both Sharmul
Yeah.
and Yasso are dropping off from the Jonathan and Management ahead, so
And
it would make
Adam
sense that the mediums have
gained-
lost some pace now.
Even though Adam has 6 seconds of penalties, he has gained like nearly a second in the last few laps. But I guess would be enough to gain 4.5 seconds in 2 laps.
I would like to mention, I'm pretty sure Jonathan has turned traction control back on, because I just saw him fully accelerate in third gear out of La Source. So either he's got the grippiest known to man, or he's turned traction control back on, so I purposely didn't mention his name at all, because I didn't want to jinx his first race without traction control, but yeah, look at this. That's traction control. Oh, Adam now on 9 seconds of penalties! And Jonathan goes off.
This is, yeah. I mean, he was in 5th gear, but
I mean, oh, now he's short drifting aggressively though, I mean, but out of turn 1 he was in 3rd gear and just went fully on the throttle, which seemed weird, I don't know. I'll have to ask him after the race if he ran it or not.
yeah, but I don't want to misjudge him, but his first race without traction control, I don't know if
he is running without traction control, it's mightily impressive.
Yeah, it would be very impressive.
It could be
Because if he,
the pad traction kicking in
Yeah.
out of turn 1. We'll see, I think out of the slow corners you can definitely tell. So, I like how this has turned into just outsmarting Jonathan's throttle inputs, because there's no racing going on anymore.
we will see out of the bus of chicane.
Okay,
Third
third
gear.
gear.
Traction control.
Yeah, surely that's
Def,
medium.
surely
He
traction
just
control, yeah.
fully planted the throttle on in third gear. You can't do that. Oh, Adam goes. Yeah, it's letting him past. He's playing DRS games, but I think it might have gone a bit wrong because he lost definitely more time than
He messed up.
he wanted to. And
He
now
maybe
he
losing
might.
his place to Sean Moore.
Oh, I'm not so sure because Sean Moore's tires are destroyed. You can see through the rouge. He had no traction at all. He's
And
going for the move anyway.
No one. Oh, yeah. Will he stick into the inside? No, he will not. He's dead
He doesn't
behind.
have to.
Maybe the better option.
Yeah, they both
Yeah,
have
he doesn't
penalties.
have to,
He's got P3 right now. Why risk going for the move? There you can see 3 for Yasso, 6 for Jonathan, and 9 for Adam. So the finishing order right now will be Menace Man, Yasso, Sean Moore, B.S. Grabby, Jonathan, and Adam.
Somehow
Although
like
B.S.
this, yeah.
Gabri, he is attacking Sean Moore. Of course, he's now got the much better tires, because those mediums are destroyed. Yeah, look at the traction.
Yes,
Look at this.
run. The better run.
B.S. Gabri wants it. He wants that P4.
He should not try it here. He should.
He's
He
trying it
should
here.
stick behind.
He's trying it here anyway. And he's gotten past.
Oh!
He's done it, okay. B.S. Gabri moves up to P5. But we'll go on board with Menace Man, who, as I predicted, I am a genius, is going to win the Belgian Grand Prix. Imagine he spins now. He's going to win the Belgian Grand Prix and take the championship lead in the process. Congratulations, Menace Man. Yasso will finish in P2. Jonathan, P3 on track, but will drop a few places. Adam then in P4. B.S. Gabri, I think. Yes, B.S. Gabri on the podium. Sean Moore P4, Jonathan P5, Adam P6, Claudio on P7. Marcelio will be in P8, and then Pixel. Oh, he's going for fast lap. Back to qualifying mode. 46.723 to beat. He's on a 47.870, so he needs to gain 1.5 seconds. That's possible, right? Because the softs are. Let's see.
It is.
He's got loads of ERS to burn now as well. And he's burning it. Yes, 1.6. He's on for it. He's on for the fast lap of the race if he can just bring it over the line.
Don't spin on the curb, mate. Don't
Yeah,
spin on the
that was
curb.
quite scary.
It was. Yeah.
But yeah, you shouldn't have this done. Well, he only needs 1.1 actually,
all know
not 1.5.
We all know Pixel, he will spin out of the bus stop.
No, I believe. Pixel, fast lap of the race coming up. Yes! 45.8. So 3 points it is for Pixel of Chaos here at Belgium.
Legend.
Yasso gets Driver of the Day award. I believe it went from P9 to P2, so yeah, strong race from Yasso. Although I think I actually would give it to Menace Man because he started in P5, he won the race. I think he had a faultless race pretty much. Although Yasso, I mean, very strong driver as well. Overall, I've been impressed by the level of racing we've seen there. I think strong driving, especially at the front of the field. Of course, a few incidents up and down the field, which will be looked at by the stewards afterwards. I'm guessing the drivers are going to report some stuff. But yeah, provisional race results: Menace Man P1, Yasso P2, and B.S. Gabri P3. And if I'm not mistaken, B.S. Gabri is actually he scored 15 points today. Moved into P3 in the standings as well. So the standings are now Menace Man P1, KSA P2, B.S. Gabri P3, and Ewak P4. And Yasso actually Yasso scored 18 points as well. So we are on for a really close title fight in this season. Menace Man, KSA, Ewak, Gabri, and Yasso. There doesn't seem to be much separating those 5. But yeah, I think I'll unless you have anything to say, I'll go ahead and end the stream here. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, and I hope to see you again next week for what will be the oh god, what's the race for the track for next week? The Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. So yeah, hope to see you again in a week, and goodbye.